Hello, Shadwell here, ready to talk about the next film in my collection, Death Proof from 2007. It's directed by Quentin Tarantino and stars Kurt Russell and Zoe Bell. Of course, more importantly is I'm reviewing what is billed as the extended and unrated cut of Death Proof on regular DVD. Even though this cut is only 113 minutes and I hear there is a 127-minute cut of the film out there somewhere. But either cut are far cries from the original 97-minute cut of the film. Let me explain. Back in 2007, Robert Rodriguez and Quentin Tarantino each made a 90-ish minute film that had heavy exploitation leanings and put them together for a film/experience called Grindhouse. And we'll be talking about Grindhouse eventually down the road in my G section. But the powers that be decided in their questionable wisdom to, instead of releasing Grindhouse on DVD, they would release the full-er version of each film, Death Proof and Planet Terror. It wouldn't be until much later and on Blu-ray that Grindhouse would finally be released. But we're just talking Death Proof this time around, so I'll only lightly touch on the experience of the first half of this film that gives it that good old Grindhouse polish. It's definitely more substance than style, although there are plenty of artificial film scratches and missing frames, and in one scene a meandering camera so as not to let you forget where this film belongs. I think this is one of Tarantino's best films, and my favorite part of it is this several minute scene between the second set of gals and the second half of the film that takes place in a diner as the gals eat breakfast. The whole scene is done in just one camera shot, and the camera is constantly moving intentionally around the table to capture the conversation, and everything feels just so fucking choreographed. I can't get enough of that scene. This film could have been 105 minutes of shit, as long as it still had that diner scene as shot, and I would forgive it every time. That scene is a master at work. Then of course there's the game of ship's mast that goes wrong towards the end of the film, and that long sequence with Zoe Bell hanging off the hood of a speeding vehicle during multiple collisions is enough to make me anxious as fuck. Damn, that shit freaks me out a lot. This film is really two films in one that are connected by Stuntman Mike, but even though they are totally style different, they still feel cohesive enough to exist in the same film. It is weird how well this works out, which is why I've got to give Death Proof an emphatic A+. Tomorrow is back to the 50 Drive Movie Classics with the film The Island Monster. Sounds pretty self-explanatory, but we'll find out tomorrow. See y'all then.